Alex, I would also like to talk about Bitcoin denominated convertible bonds, like if they help you in these times or like, uh,
Sure.
That's a great
how do
add-on,
you
actually.
put that? Yeah, yeah,
Yes. So I think it's needed to clarify that, when I say that a company will take advantage of the bear market and to be ready for the bull market and so on, what I mean is it's all about the products and the automation capacity of a Bitcoin treasury company to grow and scale. And so when you see strategy and how of a monster it has become after 5 years, and having the time to set up and to position and to create the products and to distribute them, and how they are able to raise billions and billions of dollars in matters of weeks, I think you can have a sense of how a Bitcoin treasury company, which has built a large Bitcoin base and is focused on implementing the strategy playbook, can have as a potential in the next 3 to 4 years, 4 years after inception. The reality is that we are 1 year after inception of most of the Bitcoin treasury companies today. And at Capital B, we believe that the most important will be the quality of the products that we can issue and have available with a listed ticker, and that could be the most important thing for a Bitcoin treasury company, to have both financial products that are, yes, based on MNAV levels, and as well financial products that are also not necessarily tied to or entirely tied to MNAV levels, so that the capital raising capacity can be quite independent from market sentiment and conditions. So what I mean by 2026 will be the year of Bitcoin capital markets, and there will be a 10x increase in the credit, Bitcoin-backed credit instruments that will be issued, is that Capital B is completely focused on exactly achieving this. At the same time, yes, we have Bitcoin convertible notes as a structure that we actively discuss with investors. And at the same time, of course, those types of raises take a bit more time when you have 2,800 BTC on the balance sheet than when you are at a younger age with lower type of balance sheet and with Bitcoin skyrocketing. And so, yes, it is an extremely important tool. At the same time, the conditions and the types of investors are also slightly new and have to be adapted to the different market contexts. As well, we are evaluating, of course, other types of options that we could explore to maximize Bitcoin per share without dilution, basically. So that is where we are completely focused. And at the same time, always comparing with the base case of what is a Bitcoin treasury company, which is to hold Bitcoin as well. So you want to innovate, you want to create the best products in the market, and sometimes that takes some months. It can take a quarter, it can take 2 quarters. Procedures with regulators take some time as well. And so that is also the reality of building a business that works and scales, is that you have to sometimes take the hit of some time preparation to issue the best products in the market. And so it will always be the same. Investors will have the choice to invest before that happens or after that happens, with the risk on either side of whether this will be of significant value add or not. But then, of course, after 3 to 4 years, I think Capital B will be having the best products in the market, and we are working for this. And we'll have the most ability to become the Bitcoin accumulation monster of Europe, and with international expansion. So that's the strategy. and sometimes it can take a bit of time.
I love it, man. I love it. Digan, you had a question? Sorry.
Does Alex have time? Like,
Do you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
what
you can
time
go
for
ahead.
one more question?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Alex, on that note, would you like to discuss about the French credit markets? Like, give us an idea about how are French credit markets, like how big are they, and like, what kinds of instruments like you can issue in future?
Well, France is globally recognized and the leader in Europe for structured products, and Luxembourg is the one of the largest places in the world for the issuance of credit. And we are based in France and Luxembourg, so we are definitely equipped to address those credit markets. And in terms of traditional convertible bonds, because those could be the investors that would be the most interested in the early stages, as the strategy was in different shapes and forms. This market, for example, in Europe, is quite comparable to the US and Japan. It's a bit more fragmented over in Europe, but the largest investment banks are in France. So we have great relationships in that respect. And France, as part of Euronext, is really the top market for liquidity and retail market participation over in Europe. And it's very local as well. When we look at the statistics, 40% of shareholders are in France itself. It's a very active market. It's not Japan, but comparing to Europe overall is quite comparable to Japan actually. And of course, the interest rates are in the floor, so you have a lot of
Yeah,